Thanks for joining the broadcast. Hopefully you can hear me. I'll throw my headphones in here to try to see if that can help. Thanks for joining the rebroadcast. It is mid-afternoon on Saturday, so I'm sure there's a lot of people busy today. Hey, Rox. I am in Naples, so I set it up so you can see my beautiful view that I have here today. So give me some hearts, and you guys maybe see the bats coming in over there on the side. That's so cool. Look at them. If you use the hashtag Halloween right now on Periscope, they actually give you some bats, so I thought that was kind of cool. Hey, Meg. It's a beautiful day. You're home. I love it. That's perfect. That's great. Hi, Kimmy. Thanks, guys, for joining. So I didn't scope yesterday. Just a Friday night, wanted to take kind of the day off. I stayed on track with the detox despite kind of traveling, being on vacation. Oh yes, it's like absolutely gorgeous. It's very peaceful, very quiet, which is what I need because I've been working pretty much all day. We took our little pup to the dog park, so he had lots of fun with his friends. I don't know where he is. I'm sure he'll come over at some point. So yesterday I traveled. It was day 12. It was a Friday. We went out to dinner and I got chicken over spinach. It was really, really, really good, actually. I really like the spinach. Traveling is, going out to dinner is always a little bit harder. And since I've been eating in this framework of paleo now, there goes the boat. As I've been eating in this framework of paleo now, it's been rather easy for me to transition to going out to eat. I always kind of get like the vegetable and the meat. And that's always pretty much a safe bet. Today, and maybe Roxy, you'll be happy to know, I did add coffee back in. I just realized, as I was kind of listening to a scope earlier this week about perfectionism and, that there's really no such thing, and I was kind of like, I'm really restricting myself by having this coffee. It's not necessarily part of this plan. I'm allowed to have the black coffee. And I was just kind of taking a step further. I know caffeine's not exactly the best, but I felt like I was taking more away than I was really adding. So I did start having my coffee again this morning, and like truly, I think I was sitting here and I could not have been happier. I had a great morning, just so many ideas kind of generating. Another thing that I did is I actually tried eggs again this morning. So we made some scrambled eggs with some vegetables mixed in, and what else did we have? And we made some sausage. So what I did notice with this is my energy tanked. So about, probably wasn't even 20 or 30 minutes later, I felt like I needed a nap. I was exhausted. And so that's really kind of making me curious about these eggs. I don't know if it was the eggs or the coffee. I had like probably 6 ounces of coffee yesterday just because I was driving from visiting my brother in Newport. I think it's Newport Richie. I always mess up where he lives. So I was moving from Newport Richie down to Naples, and so I did have a little bit of coffee in the morning just to kind of have that warm thing in the car. But I don't know if it was the coffee or the eggs. I think tomorrow I'll probably try to not have eggs again and just have the coffee and see what happens. But that was really interesting to me because I eat eggs a lot. And so just to see that I wasn't getting that much energy from them was kind of eye-opening to me. And really, I've been thinking about kind of what is my goal for this 21-day sugar detox. I asked our group that, I think like last week, and mine really has been to get back on track. That I did have a few weeks where I was adding in more sugar, but again, like I said, this is already the framework of how I eat day to day. So for me, cutting out dairy is not unusual. I pretty much never eat dairy. Not eating grains, legumes, anything like that, like I never eat those anyway. So it's just trying to get back on track of not having those sugar and the desserts that I was starting to add in, but it was also kind of learning to listen to my body again. And that's why these eggs this morning were like a really big indicator for me of, was I getting out of tune with my body again before even though I was eating foods that were quote-unquote paleo or whatever you want to call it. I also listened to a great Periscope earlier, just talking about, you know, everybody can have the same framework and what we eat is going to look completely different. I really like that about our group. There's so many people that are doing like level 1, and everybody's doing level 1, but what they eat in the day is so completely different. And it's just kind of cool to see like how everybody's starting to get more energy throughout the day. People's moods are improving. So many, yesterday I said my biggest accomplishment is fill in the blank, and I would say majority of them were saying like paying attention to how food feels in my system. And for me, that's a huge goal for people, because people don't do that. I just notice in clients, and even at the beginning of this group, we kind of just eat what we eat. We don't really think about, you know, am I lacking energy because the food that I ate the meal before didn't give me the energy. So it's been pretty cool to kind of see all of that happening. And I want to have a discussion, I guess, next week on the Periscope about kind of this idea and this perfectionism idea. But I just kind of want a little bit more time to think about it before I really put my thoughts out there. So day 13, I just did have lunch. So I had some just plain lunch meat with some avocado or guacamole, and then some fresh vegetables and some almonds. So I did add in a little bit of almonds, and I am feeling my energy kind of swinging back up here, which is good. So thanks guys for joining. I really do appreciate it. You guys can see my website, kmwellness.com, and you can visit my blog. I do have lots of posts kind of going around in my head, and I put the teaser out there this morning on my Instagram and Facebook. I have an 8-page guide going out tomorrow, which is kind of what I'm working on the last few details for. I think you guys are really gonna like that. And I hope that it really, really helps a lot of people kind of get into this mind shift game. It's not really just about food, it's also how your mind is around your food. So any questions, any comments? Big Saturday afternoon. We're excited down here. Oh, thank you, Jojo. But yeah, I mean, I really don't know if I cannot enjoy this down here. I feel bad for all of you. I know in Pittsburgh, somebody said it was like 30 some degrees this morning. So I'm not really looking forward to that. We're going to be heading up north here soon. It's snowing. Oh my goodness. I didn't expect to see that. That is crazy. Not fun. But I'll be sending warm vibes your way. Don't worry. But all right, cool. So I will talk to you all tomorrow. Tomorrow is the start of week 3, so it's really, really exciting. End of week 2. And like I said, lots of cool things I think coming up on the next week on the Periscope that I want to share thoughts about. So make sure you tune in. See ya.